A top free agent looks set to challenge for an AEW championship. And following his broken neck on SmackDown, Big E's wrestling career could be over. We have to start with some scary news as a wrestling legend is currently on life support. According to Wade Keller of PW Torch, former WCW and WWE star Scott Hall is currently at Wellstar Kensington Hospital in Marietta, Georgia after suffering 3 heart attacks last night and is on life support. Hall would undergo hip replacement surgery last week, which led to serious complications when a blood clot got loose. Hall recently broke his hip after a fall and had to be hospitalized, leading to the hip replacement surgery. Scott is of course most known for his role in the New World Order faction in WCW, as well as his run in WWE as Razor Ramon. He is a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, having been inducted as a singles competitor in 2014, as well as part of the NWO in 2020. My thoughts go out to Scott and his family at this time, and hopefully he can make a full recovery. Ever since FTR confronted the Briscoes at Ring of Honor Final Battle in December 2021, fans have anticipated the AEW debut of Mark and Jay, who are currently free agents despite being the ROH World Tag Team Champions. These calls were later amplified after AEW President Tony Khan purchased the entirety of Ring of Honor, but in an update provided by Fightful Select, it seems that the debut of the Briscoes in AEW is off the cards. The report notes that a person of influence at Warner Media, the parent company of TBS and the TNT network, did not want the Briscoes in AEW, mostly due to Jay's past homophobic tweets in 2013. The tweet would follow the legalization of same-sex marriage in Delaware. He would state that he would shoot anyone that teaches his kids that there's nothing wrong with same-sex marriage, leading to a public apology from Jay at a Ring of Honor show. It's worth noting that sources within ROH have said that there hasn't been any issues with the Briscoes since the 2013 incident. Prior to Khan's purchase of Ring of Honor, Fightful were told that there were no plans to sign the duo, with one AEW talent saying that the Briscoes were made for television, but they can't blame Warner Media or AEW for their decision. Fightful were also told that there were no plans for ROH or AEW to host the match between the Briscoes and FTR, but this was before Tony Khan's purchase of ROH. There is no word on if this has changed following the sale, or if the Briscoes will even be part of ROH going forward. Last night, the Hardy Boys would wrestle their first match since Jeff Hardy's WWE release in December 2021. The bout would take place at a big-time wrestling show in Webster Town Hall in Webster, Massachusetts, where they took on Jose and Joel Maximo, the team known as SAT. SAT would defeat the Briscoes earlier in the night to earn a spot in the main event match with the Hardys. After the match, Jeff would address the crowd on the mic, where he would give what he described as a love letter to WWE, and he would say, "I haven't wrestled in 93 days, but you people make me superhuman. This is a love letter to WWE. Dear WWE, I'll fade away and classify myself as All Elite." The crowd would then of course chant All Elite back to him before he thanked the fans in attendance. Jeff would make his AEW debut last Wednesday on Dynamite, saving his brother Matt, Darby Allin and Sting from a beatdown at the hands of the Andrade family office. The Hardy Boys are yet to wrestle a match in All Elite Wrestling, but they are in the midst of a reunion tour where they will work matches for Big Time Wrestling, Patriotic Wrestling Federation, Northeast Wrestling and MCW Pro. This past week, a report emerged that a recent AEW signing was suffering from ongoing health issues. At the recent AEW Revolution pay-per-view, William Regal would make his All Elite Wrestling debut, patching up the differences between Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, with them now becoming a tag team. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter would note that Regal's health is far more serious than he lets on, and he wrote, "Apparently, Regal's health issues at this stage are far more serious than ever come out, and there is an interview that will be released next week that he did for Talk is Jericho that will detail them." In an update later provided by Regal himself, he would rubbish the report, noting that he is in fact healthier than ever and that the issues that he spoke about in the interview were from 2018, and he would say on Twitter, "Already, that's why I stay out of the rumor mill and gossip. I've just found out that this thing's being printed about my health. I am healthier than I've been in many years. I talked this week to someone about things that had happened to me in 2018. Regal was diagnosed with a heart defect in 2003, leading to him taking a break from wrestling. In a tweet from 2019, he revealed that he underwent open heart surgery in 2018 to remove a calcified pericardium. On the latest episode of the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast, the current AEW star would discuss the recent purchase of Ring of Honor by AEW president Tony Khan. Having wrestled in ROH in the past, Matt would discuss how he found out about the acquisition and revealed where he thinks the brand should go in the future. And he would say, "The first thing I heard about it, Tony said, I got all your footage from ROH, which is a total Tony Khan line, but it's cool. Once again, I think it will ensure that like the Ring of Honor footage, which they did a lot of trailblazing stuff themselves, is going to stay alive and be circulated and it will live on forever. I would almost guess that Ring of Honor will almost be like a developmental for AEW. I feel like ROH would be like our NXT in their old system. I think they'll have guys that can go work there exclusively and they'll pull guys up. Also, just having two brands like that, if you do it the right way, you can have someone on one brand for a long time. Then once their programs are played out, you can switch them to the other brand, so it helps keep acts fresh too." Matt would then add that he would be interested in taking up a role backstage in the new Ring of Honor and said, "I mean, definitely, I think I'm going to do that in the future without a doubt. I mean, that way you can still be involved and it feel like you still kind of have an active part in pro wrestling, even if you physically can't wrestle that much anymore." Whilst there has been no official announcement about if ROH will be AEW's developmental system, Tony Khan did make several hints towards it at the recent AEW Revolution media scrum. But what do you think? Will Ring of Honor be AEW's NXT? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, let's go to some more AEW news as a top free agent looks set to challenge for an AEW championship. Over the last few days, AEW TBS champion Jade Cargill has been involved in a war of words with a recently released WWE superstar, with a possible match having been teased. Cargill would issue an open challenge for her belt on Twitter, to which Athena, the former Ember Moon, would respond, expressing an interest in the match. Athena would simply say, and Cargill would reply, what? Say how you feel if you feel it. I don't play games, open up. Athena would then respond with a more direct challenge and said, "Sure, Jade Cargill, I'll give in to your request and I'll say loud enough for the people in the back. Even though I'm pretty sure I know the answer, give me a match so I can take your title, talk to your boy and make it happen. I'll be waiting." Jade would reply once again, taking a shot at Athena's recent WWE release and added, "You're welcomed, kid. I'm a needle mover. I'll help you out. Clearly you need it, looking kinda dry out there without TV." Athena would in fact wrestle two other AEW wrestlers last night at a Warrior Wrestling event, losing in a triple threat match for their women's title, with Thunder Rosa retaining over both Athena and Sky Blue. She may find herself in the ring with another AEW competitor in the near future, this time on national television for the TBS title. And finally, this past Friday's episode of WWE SmackDown saw a devastating injury take place. During the show, Big E and Kofi Kingston of the New Day would team up against Ridge Holland and Sheamus. In the midst of the match, Holland would deliver a belly-to-belly suplex on Big E at ringside, however he would land on his head before medical staff rushed over to see him. Kofi Kingston would then see out the rest of the match on his own. It was later confirmed that the former WWE champion had broken his neck, more specifically fracturing his C1 and C6 vertebrae. He would later take to Twitter to provide an update on the situation following scans at the hospital, and he would say, "So I got some really good news, all things considered. The C1 and C6 are indeed fractured, not displacement though, which is a very good thing. And I don't have any damage to my spinal cord, no ligament damage and no surgery, which I'm very thankful for. And a pro tip, if you're going to break your neck, do it in Birmingham. They've been great, everyone here at UAB have been great. But for real, it's meant a ton to me that so many of you have been so kind and reached out, stopped in to see me, texted me. I know I sound like a broken record, but I feel very grateful and I'm going to be alright." Obviously, the news that the injury isn't as bad as it could have been is good, and he is said to be looking at 8 to 12 weeks of recovery. An article written by former WWE physician David Chow for Outkick.com provided more details on the nature of Big E's injury, suggesting that things may be worse than some people had anticipated. Chow is an expert in sports medicine, a practicing orthopedic surgeon, as well as the founder of Pro Football Doc, a service that provides real-time insight and analysis into National Football League injuries. He notes that if E's neck doesn't heal completely, his in-ring days could be over, and he wrote, The C6 fracture is likely a compression injury to the vertebral body. This likely requires immobilization but not surgery. One would anticipate a minimum of 3-month recovery with return to full function and activities for this lower cervical injury. The C1 fracture is the most dangerous as the top cervical vertebrae is a ring and is commonly associated with immediate death or complete paralysis. Thankfully, the fracture was not displaced and he will not need surgery. However, this type of fracture often heals incompletely and it may mean the end of his wrestling career. If it ends up to be the case that the C1 fracture doesn't completely heal, it would of course be awful news, but let's all hope and pray that his neck can indeed heal fully, leading to his wrestling return.